Hey y'all, so as promised, I have a Barnes & Noble book haul. I wasn't planning on buying any books because I have plenty of books that I haven't read in my shelf. Yeah, here we are. I learned a new word when I was just doom scrolling. Spreadges, sprayed edges on books. Makes sense to me. But yeah, look how beautiful. They are my latest obsession, and they may have also been the decision maker in buying these books. So the first book that I am going to talk about, we have The Legend Born. Now this is the first book in a 3-book series. And initially I didn't pay any mind to this book. My brother is actually the one who pointed it out. And when he did, I was like, hey, well, obviously I need to get his book if he's picking books for me. That's the cutest thing. But not only that, we love to see the representation of books. Tracy Deonn is a Black publishing author. So obviously we love to support diversity around here. But also the little synopsis on the back kind of did intrigue me a lot of it. Part of the story is actually set at UNC Chapel Hill, so go Tar Heels. So this book was released in 2020. It is a young adult fantasy fiction novel. So we follow 16-year-old Bree Matthews after her mother tragically dies in an accident. And at this point, she's just kind of frustrated with life and she has no desire to be around family or even get involved. And so she's kind of looking for an escape route. And so she decides to take part in this UNC Chapel Hill residential program, and it's for bright young high schoolers. So she's like, okay, perfect. But on her first night there, she encounters magic. So there is a demon that is on the loose and he's feeding off of human energies. And she comes to find out that there is a secret society at this place, and their whole purpose is to defeat these demons, and they are called Legend Born. So Bree sees all of this stuff going down, and obviously the secret society's like, well, we need to take care of this. And so there is a mage named Merlin, and he decides to wipe her memory, but it does not work. So after realizing this, Bree finds out that she herself has magical powers. And when she kind of uncovers this hidden power, she also uncovers a memory that starts kind of interconnecting things. So she realizes that there is more to her mother's accident and her death. Come to find out, the night that her mother died, when she was at the hospital, there was another mage there. And most likely he also wiped her memory, and that's why she's just now remembering what actually happened. Now that she knows there is more to her mother's accident, she wants to dig deeper, find the truth, and even if that means initiating into this Legend-born society. So then she teams up with a Legend-born exile named Nick, decide to uncover all the things right and wrong with Legend-born. As they're digging, the society reveals that there is a magical war that is coming for them. And so pretty much Bree and Nick need to decide whether they are going to take down the secret society or if they're going to join the fight. All right, so the next book is A Tempest of Tea, and this is by Hafsa Faizal. This book came out in 2024 and is actually a young adult fiction fantasy as well. But this is actually her first breakout into this kind of genre. And it was highly anticipated, actually going to be a duology. So the second book will be out in September of this year, and it's called A Steeping of Blood. So we follow, I'm not sure if it's Arthi or Artie Casimir, and she's a criminal mastermind who owns this very prestigious tea room. And I love this but because it's actually so good. By night, this tea room turns into an illegal blood bank for the Vampire Society. But one day her business is threatened. I am not sure by what, but she ends up striking a deal with the adversary to help save her tea room. But as well as teaming up with her adversary, she also finds other outcasts that will help her infiltrate the Vampire Society known as Ethereum. So based off that quick synopsis, I was hooked. So last but definitely not least, we have The Iron King. And this one I actually grabbed because I watched the YouTubers Brooklyn and Bailey, and they are big book readers. And she said this is one of the most underrated books that she has ever read, and it was one of her favorites as well. It was a 5-star read for her. And so I was like, hey, well, I obviously have to read it if they loved it. So Iron King came out in 2010. It is a young adult fantasy fiction novel. So we follow Megan Chase, who is a half-human girl, and one day she finds out she's a daughter of a fairy king. So as she's uncovering who she is, she gets involved in a fairy war between summer and winter fairies. And so pretty much with this war, they are trying to stop this mysterious and evil fairy. And that's about all I know. There is said to be a love interest. I don't know how involved we get with him, if it's kind of a subplot or if it's part of the main plot. We shall see. But overall, I think we have some great options to pick from this week. And honestly, I'm excited to read every single one of them. I will get to all of them eventually. But I wanted to allow y'all to pick my read for this week and make it a little bit fun. Just comment it down below. Bye guys.